Welcome to another infocast. Today is about the lands of Hyberian, and this is a game I've been working on, and it still has possibly another another year, but who knows? Maybe I can finish it in time and even quicker than the expected time. But let me start by launching it up, and I'll just lower the volume here so you guys don't hear it twice. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip the intro because I already released the trailer of it, and then play through the actual gameplay. And I'm gonna get to a few levels, two levels, not a few. Well, actually, there's two levels I'm not gonna spoil, but I will play them just to show them off. And none of them are final, but anyways, the point of this, I wanted to do sort of a developer diary and talk about some of the things I added and why I chose to make this. So, first off, this is the game map, and the first place you can go to is the Castle Gardens. As you see here, I've implemented options, restart the game, load, save, and I'll be loading the save game I have. I only have one file, I haven't implemented multiple files. I don't have any plans to implement multiple save files, but there might be something else possible when it releases. And as time goes on, I might go ahead and implement more save like blocks, basically. Like in Zelda, when you're starting a block, it'll always save to that block. And also, I originally was going to make it autosave, but I decided to let the user decide when they want to save versus me setting the perimeters of when the autosaves will kick in. And it's probably nice to have both, and in the future, if that's possible, I might do it. Anyways, as you see, there's a respec skill, and I can't respec because I'm only level 1 and I don't have any skills until I at least level up to level 2. There's the XP points. I start you off at 1, HP 10, 1 gold. And really quick, originally this game was supposed to be called a troll, a barbarian, and a dragon. And it was just going to be one level. You could beat it within 15 minutes. But I decided to expand it, and my goal is to go for about 6 hours, not knowing what to do. So if you know what to do, you could probably fly through this. And I'm about to show you how I quickly fly through this, basically. But if possible, I'll just stop here and there just to explain a few things. Okay, so this is basically the tutorial level. It's going to teach you everything you can do.
The kingdom of Tydrol seeks your help. Don't forget to shave your beard. Oh, no. Wrong note meant for the queen. Anyhow, brave knights, answer the king's summon, prepare your training, and bring your wisdom.
So this is showing what quests are going to look like. Very basic. Alright, so click on the wall, and then you click to attack. That's going to be your spell. You click here. Now I highlighted the second wall, and now I'm showing the number 1. So you can actually use numpad 1 or the number 1 in the game, or you can click. But right now you can't click because I'm forcing the user to learn that, hey, you can press 1. And then also tab targeting was implemented, so there's the tab target. And then you click to continue. As you can see up here, it says we're in the Castle Gardens, and you can quit at any time on any level. So right here, again, you can't click here. It shows though that this is a door. You try to click to break the door down, and It says you can't, and the hammer breaks. So here we go. We got a lockpick. So this is the lockpicking mechanic. And if you miss, like I did, nothing happens. But if you click on it, and that's another way of missing. So it tells you lockpicking failed. So you gotta just keep trying again until you nail it right there. And I'm failing in my own game because I'm so close to the screen. And there we go, I nailed it. So as you can see, I can now go through the door. The next part, I added controls. So you can either click the controls, or you can press D, or you can press right arrow. And right now it's not letting me proceed because I'm trying to teach you guys that, hey, there's a map in this game. You can drag it around, you can zoom in, and this is showing the castle that we're in. And of course there needs to be some touches here where that white line shouldn't be showing, but and here I am right here as the player. You can zoom out, Castle Gardens, that's where I was. And I'm gonna continue now. And again, you can choose the arrow or you can choose the actual door. So right here you can't go into it, and inaccessible. And as you saw, that was the quest room, and this was the prison chambers. So this is where the quest told us to head to. And I just want to make sure. Okay. So first things first, target the enemy. And this is the combat system. You press yes to attack. You can back out with no. And it tells you that's how it can save you in battle. If you're gonna die to the creature and you need to back out and heal or do something else. Which later you'll see combat logs where it's a lot simpler to understand. Right now I'm just giving you everything little by little just to get you to get the hang of it. Loot is gonna look like this. You're gonna loot it. It's gonna give you HP. Later you're going to see an HP bar. But again, right now, I'm just training. So, let me fly through this now. You can also use spacebar to, once you get used to all the messages, you can quickly move through it all. So what I did right there, I magic blasted all the targets. So now I can't revive the targets. So I got the revive spell, and you can choose no. It tells you, hey, you need to progress. And if you see that little spinner there, that respawns the creatures, or in this case, the targets. And then, again, I can't use the wand. It's on cooldown right now because I'm trying to teach you stuff. So the goal is to vanquish all the creatures, and we can proceed. Spacebar is to heal, or you can click it. Later it'll look different. And then you got your shield, your absorb shield, where you can block. And then there's 3 more skills later in the future, amongst other attributes. There's 3 more spells, and then there's a total of 7 skills. So let's continue. Again, I can click. Here we got our NPCs. So I'm going to try going here. He says don't bother the prince. You can hit never mind. You can see what he wants. And as you notice, this is the Knight Squire who gave you your first quest to go to the prison chambers. So continue. Here we have the king.
Another brave knight. The kingdom of Tydril can use all the help it can get. The queen is in our bedchamber.
Okay, and I'm going to skip through the dialogue because I know exactly what to do.
The lands of Hyberian have been overrun. We need to put an end to the enemy.
Okay, and as you see, new areas unlock. Although the castle has been locked, and the castle gardens, you can't enter anymore. And here's the next place to go, docks, and then eventually the King's Island. That's where you see your first creatures. The docks is more of a puzzle area, and it's used to create puzzles for the user to change up the gameplay, so it's not all the same. So When you go here, you're going to do a puzzle, and then you land on King's Island. That's your first training fight, and then we go to the mountains. So I'm just going to load the game, and it loads instantly right where you left off. So I left off at level 9. I got 54 gold. There's my HP, and there's my XP points. And if you want to mute the music, you can always mute it like that. And then play without music, just sound. Turn the audio back on. So, anyways, I'm gonna go to the first real main level. And I've already beaten it here, but because I saved my game and I was able to load it, I can show you guys it really quickly. And right now I have 600 XP points, so I will not be getting any more because I have to use them and level up to avoid farming non-stop XP and over leveling. So I'm using tab to target. As you see, the interfaces have changed. There's my health now. I've got some mana, I've got some energy, and this is all based on the skills I've spec'd into. So, and the first time, like, it takes a while to load, but basically there's the attack stance, there's the defeated stance, as you saw earlier in training, and once again, there it is again. I loot my mana pot. I can use up to 3, and then you can use the spell. So there's a lot more to this game. You have to figure out how to beat the level. And the first one's pretty simple. At least I made it simple. It used to be a lot more of a challenge. There's the map again. And I think I fixed it there with the white. Yep. So yeah, it is more of a challenge if you don't know what to do. But once you know what to do, it's really simple. And you don't start off with all these skills. It's because I already beat the level, got level 9. It basically starts how the tutorial started. And there you go. That's how you fight him. And if you notice, the combat logs are down here. The dragon's hitting me for 129 damage. I can back out and not fight him anymore if my health was way too low, or I can continue, which I'm doing now. And as you saw, I defeated him. And then there's some gold. Loot it. We get some gold. And you can exit anytime from the level, and it'll save your stats. That's really important and used as a gameplay tactic. So I'm going to respec my skills. And these are some of the skills you get. So I'm going to put all my points into this skill right here, and you'll see what it does later. And we already saw shield, mana, and health. So I'm going to put into some gold. Well, actually I can't show you the gold and XP, so reset them again. For now I'll keep it mana, pot, and mana. And I'm going to level that right now in just a bit. So I go back, and that's what the skills do. So it started me off on the level with 3 mana pots. And there's the buff for the level. Health limit increased by 500. So originally I was able to heal up to only 2000 health. But because of that buff, I can heal up to 2500. And enemy debuff, their attacks have decreased by 50. Down here we got a weapon coat poison, which is going to be a spell later. But that's why you can spec into it and allow your weapon to get the first hit as double damage. So I didn't let that play out last time, so I'll let it play out. Before you start a level, you'll get some dialogue from the basically the one of the mini bosses you'll be fighting.
The king sent you to defeat us, or was it that cake with the queen? I am Kohan. Prepare frickin' relatives. I'm a brothers.
Okay, and then this is the tutorial. Obviously, I gotta work on the interface a little better there for the view controls. But yeah, you can target anything. And I mentioned he was the mini boss, so you beat him easily now. But vanquishing the creatures, he comes back stronger later on. And for example, oh, not enough mana, so there you go. Use a mana pot. And there's the next creature. So you saw earlier how I used the spell wand in the tutorial, then the revive skill to vanquish them. I brought them back, then vanquished the targets, the dummy targets earlier. But now I was able to continue here because of my level, and I already beat the level. So this is a shield. I already have a shield, so it just refills your energy bar, and see how it depletes. Using the shield will help you take some hits. But right now he's overly powerful, and as you see here, he's gonna put up a good fight. You see the health and his health compared to my health, and here's the damages. He's doing 1 to 200 damage while I'm only doing 1 to 100 damage. And of course it's all coded randomly, but there are elements to it based on your level and skills, as you saw with weapon poison's no longer here. And to explain that, so I'm going to back out of this fight. So I could possibly kill him, I could possibly die, but I don't want to spoil anything, and I don't want to show the trick to this, because as you see, I'm level 9 and he almost beat me. So there's another trick to it, another spell you could use to make it easier. And yeah, I will reveal it, whatever. It's not that hard to figure out. So you gotta have mana, and then you blast him. You take off his magic. You take off his magic barrier down here, which gave him more strength. So now he'll be another cakewalk. Alright, anyways, there you have it. Also, one cool thing, there's the healing, or I can press space. It says you have to target yourself. I got it macro to shift F1, or you can actually target yourself and heal up. But I only had one mana bar there. What I was going to mention earlier, the weapon poison coat is gone, because that's actually a skill. But you can also skill into, that's actually a spell, but you can also skill into it to start with it coded, which is what I did when I respec. And that buff always stays. Player buff always stays. As you see, the enemy buff went away too. It's for one fight. So I'm gonna exit now, and I'm gonna reload so I get my HP back. I got my HP back. I didn't get my gold because I would have had to save there, but I had less HP. And I mean, it's really simple. Like, I had 900 HP. The easiest way to get it back, I could just join a level and heal up with health pots or the mana pots. And of course you can use them pressing the keys as displayed here. So this level is going to be a little bit more trickier, and like the mountains, I'm going to show Boneyard only a little without spoiling it. So this is the Boneyard map, and if I exit, it no longer shows as new because you've been to it. And you now have a map. Obviously, you have the map to show you your location. And the plan is to use the map, make it more useful in a way, other than showing you where you are, because obviously you know where you are already. Alright, and as you see, no creatures are here, so you gotta click begin to begin, and yeah. There's the other dialogue, there's the mini boss, and then he brings his 3 little friends who look the same. And I'm going to attack one, this one, And as you see right here, it still says Dragons XP. I need to recode some of the interface to be equal to whatever creature you're fighting. So with the core code that I created, I'm able to create multiple levels, obviously, and then change up each creature and their damage type and all that. So that's why the interface still shows a dragon. This one will still show a barbarian. This one will still show a troll. But anyways, you attack, and if you notice, they're all pointing. So I'm getting attacked by all three at once. So the undead strikes at Brave Knight, causing 261 damage. Keep getting attacked. I kill them. Nice. I go to kill the other one. Oh, what's this? He came back alive. So there's a trick to this, and again, I'm not going to spoil it. I want to leave it to you guys to figure out. And that's just how the rest of the game is going to play. Like, you get to the next level, as you see here, it's aimed for spider type of creatures. And those are going to have something special. I've already plotted out the fights and some boss fights like the dragon. I've actually got something coded for that, and they all just need to be implemented, and that's why development is going to take quite a while, and my aim is to make it 6 hours. So these are just 2 levels. You still got this area, there might be a boss here, and I got a shop. I wrote down a shop and got all the voice acting for that, and I really don't want to spoil it, but I'll give the example. When you play Zelda and you need a fire suit to be able to enter Fire Mountain. So that's my goal, to do that, to do something like that. You purchase a suit and you try to go there, and that's what the gold is going to be used for. And as you saw the XP points, I'm going to show you what that is for. But really quick, I wanted to touch up on the linearness of this game. So as you saw, it's more linear. We started down here with the gardens, and then we went to the castle, and then we came to the docks, and then to King's Island, mountains, and then Boneyard. So after here, my goal is to open up more areas so you can choose where to go next. So it's not going to be all completely linear, but there will be some linearity to it, where you might not be able to progress until you go through here and then get to here and then go back here and then go back there, just to make things more interesting. And then there's going to be puzzles in between. And one thing I did, I loaded the game to not show one of the puzzles, which is actually a spoiler to the main story. So there's a reason why we're here in this map, and that's a part of the story that when the game comes out, you'll be able to experience. Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to go back here and just show you the leveling up process. So we have a keeper, and I can summon her anytime I'm in a level.
Your energy is turned on very bright. Let me help the energy.
Oh, and I forgot, it's going through twice. Hope there was no echo earlier and I was still being heard clearly. So anyways, the keeper comes, and then you choose a skill, and this goes into detail on each skill, what it does, and they're more like perks, but also they are skills. You skill into perks. So this one, if you want to gain more gold, so there might be that fire suit that costs 500 gold, so you might want to spec into gold. Or XP, you might want to level quicker, because let me tell you, from 9 to 10, getting enough XP, which was 800 points, or no, it was 600, in that boneyard, fighting those skeletons when they only give like 30 XP per kill and you need 600, it takes quite a while. So getting this XP skill is going to help a lot. So if I get this one, what it did is it gave me an enemy debuff at level 1 as it explains. Or wait, start with enemy buff, yup, and then 2 weapon coat, which was the weapon poison down here. And then the world buff upgrade, which lets you heal up to 2,500 health here and in any other level. And oh wait, before I quit, let me skill up. And you could actually quit and not get the skill, but you can come back and level up to 10 anytime. Like you don't lose your ability to level up. So I go back to the boneyard and I'm gonna actually start with the 4 skills so I can actually activate it anytime as long as I have mana. No reason, so you gotta actually start the fight and then I can buff. And right here it actually says decreases enemy random damage taken by 100, which is a huge player buff. But also all the previous buffs from the other worlds kick in. So I can still heal up to 2500 if I had enough health and mana pots. So yeah, that's the main basics of it. And let me exit here. I think I covered everything. Just make sure I'm not forgetting. Yeah, I think so that's the basis of the game. And oh look, you can keep coming back and farming to get your level back up to its maximum amount, which again is a gameplay tactic. You leave and come back and you heal up all the way. There's nothing wrong with doing that. If you have the time and patience to do that, you can. And then let me buff myself. Oh, so that, for example, see, I'm only starting with 1 mana. So if I buff myself, I use that mana so I can only heal once, which could be irritating. So if I want, I can exit. I can respec my skills. And I'm going to go all in on health pots, mana pots, actual mana. And there you go. Those are the skills. I'm level 10. You can close the skills, you can continue, whatever. You still get the, once you click it, you get the abilities, the perks. And now I'm trying to heal, I can't. So, let me begin. Let me activate that, and then I can heal up. And mana up again, and then heal up some more. And look at that, we're already almost at 2500. So there's a lot of freedom to this. Oh, the effects are not working again because I gotta buff my player. And then again, I can click here. When you click on the enemy debuff gets activated. Enemy buff gets activated here. And we heal up. So there you go. I'm at 2500, the max. And you can even exit again just to have everything full again. And then you can start the fight. So I'm aware of all of this that you can do. So take advantage. And again, you gotta close to respec. And now you can actually grab the things you need to help you beat the level. So for example, I went 3 into that skill. And I already start now with the buffs and debuffs to the enemies and the health. And as you see down here, the weapon coated poison, which does double damage, which will later be a spell. So there's 2 more spells that you can get here. Amongst this, there's other secrets in the game. There's Easter eggs. There's I plan to do scanning, which is going to be vital to a boss fight. But yeah, that's the game. Like turn-based, open world, not open world, obviously, turn-based RPG adventure game. I would say the correct genre for this. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and look forward to the Lands of Hyberian. I have a tentative date of Q4 2024. I do plan to release it on Steam. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have a demo for the public right now. It's in private testing. If you're interested, by all means, join the Discord and or ask me on the DG Discord, and I will send you an invite to the game Discord for you to test and play this game. Other than that, there might be a demo release, or I might do early access just to get more people to help with the finding the glitches. But I've found a lot of glitches. I've gotten some of my close friends who did some closed beta testing, and I think it's in good shape right now. It's just creating more newer levels is always gonna cause more issues. So definitely early access sounds like a good option, but we'll see until then. Anyways, thanks for watching, and until next time.